2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. And it is Clipper basketball tonight as the Los Angeles Clippers go up against the Los Angeles Lakers. Taking a look at the Lakers, one thing they've talked about, sustaining focus on the defensive end, allowing no easy shots, trying to be disruptive, maybe causing some turnovers that can lead to easy buckets in transition. And we get to see Paul George tonight. Tremendous all-around player, but Shaq, if you were in George's shoes, what's the one area you might try to improve on?
I think he can get to the line more often because he's a great free throw shooter, and you want to make the most of that, Ernie.
You know what? He's a great playmaker, and he was exceptional before he got to Oklahoma City and before he got injured. So now he's going to just continue that. He's learning to reinvent himself in a different way.
It's time to tip this game off.
Let's tip it off.
Let's go to Kevin Harlan, and let's tip it off.
Let's be listening to you, Los Angeles Lakers. At a shooting guard, Daniel Green. At a small forward, at center, DeMarcus Cousins. At the upper forward position, Anthony Davis. At the other guard position, LeBron James. The head coach of the visiting team. Starting at point, 16 inches, number 21, Patrick Beverly. The big man, 7 feet, number 40, Ivica Zubac. Starting at the other guard, at 6'9" number 13, Paul George. The other forward, 6 feet 7 inches, number 2, Kawhi Leonard. Is the head coach for your home team. Ladies and gentlemen, your Los Angeles Clippers.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. A contest in the West. We'll see if the Los Angeles Clippers can deliver the goods here at home. Should be a fun one to watch tonight, C-Web. No shortage of athleticism for either of these teams.
Oh, get your popcorn ready. This is highlight reel material. Keep your head on the swivel or you might get dunked on. And if you're a fan, keep your head on the swivel or you might miss a nice dunk.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Davis. Then it's Green. Then it's LeBron James. And it's Cousins in at the 5 roaming the paint.
If there's a list of the best inside scorers in the NBA, Davis has got to be right at the top. When he gets his hands on the ball down low, you might as well just count it. Ooh, look at the soft touch on the teardrop.
LeBron with it. Can't hit from in close. Beverly looking around, and Leonard has it in the corner. It's good from long range. Leonard's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with Doc Rivers a few minutes ago. He said one of the challenges they face in this matchup is the shot blockers. He said we've got to use pump fakes and get their guys up in the air. Anything that helps us convert close-in looks, or at the very least, get to the line. Kevin?
David, thanks. Sounds like he's prepped his guys on how to handle this opposing defense.
And no surprise there, because they're facing a team that can win games with its defense. They are an aggressive bunch from the start.
Well, look, you can play with pace, you can play with speed, and still be patient. And that's what this team is going to have to do against this aggressive D. They can't force things. They've got to play smart and in control.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly, then with the quick reaction time.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Kuzma can't get it to go.
Well, that makes them 1 for 5 from the field so far. They need to start getting some better looks.
Passes it to Zubac. Here's Harkless. And the pass to George. Shot clock at 5. Cousins pulls it in. Lakers have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Kicks it out to LeBron. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Well, LeBron making one of the biggest splashes over the summer, signing with the Lakers, and Greg, it happened pretty fast.
And the Lakers front office have been recruiting LeBron hard. LeBron talked with Kobe about his time with the organization and what to expect before making his decision. Kobe's words seem to be a big factor for LeBron. Once again, the Mamba doing everything he can to help the Lakers.
Free throw good, James. LeBron signing a 4-year deal with the Lakers. Greg, many speculated it might happen, but it was still a shock to many.
It makes sense from LeBron's standpoint. Son in LA for high school. LeBron has a lot of business interests as well. And also what's interesting is that when LeBron's contract ends, his son could potentially be coming into the NBA as a rookie.
Both free throws good from James.
For all those people waiting for LeBron to start showing, you might not want to start holding your breath. This man's got a lot of time left in this league.
Now, here's George. Good.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, that opening right there, that's just because the defense failed to rotate.
LeBron is on the wing. Defended by Beverly. Here's Cousins, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. There's the foul against the Clippers.
It's very difficult for the D to cleanly contest Cousins. Just a hulking presence who bullies his way into shooting fouls.
And of course, we know about DeMarcus Cousins last season and the torn Achilles. I'm just glad to see him back out on the floor and fully recovered. He's put in a lot of work in terms of rehab to make sure that he could get back to doing what he does best.
And that one misses. And with Cousins and that injury, never an easy one to come back from.
Yeah, it's true. But fortunately, Cousins has the kind of skill set that he's going to be effective no matter when he's on the floor. And great outside shot, the footwork, very smooth in terms of ball handling for that position. And most of the players who aren't the same after an Achilles tear don't have the same skill set Cousins possesses. That's why I think he'll be fine once he recovers from this injury.
Beverly finds Harkless. George, that's a 2-pointer. Another one falls for the Clippers.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, yeah, he's a guy who can carry you for stretches, long stretches in this game. You want to get him involved early and often.
Now, here's Cousins. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And the rejection by Zubac. Los Angeles leading by 5. And here's Beverly. And the rejection by Cousins.
And one of the things Cousins continued to develop is defense. Really makes an effort to swat that shot away. That type of defense doesn't always get it done, but it does the job that time.
And it's Beverly missing.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly how to position himself to protect the rim.
Now here's Kuzma, and it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard. So for the Clippers, Trez Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Freak comes in for Harkless. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Here's Davis, hits the jump hook. Davis has got his second bucket.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
George against Green. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Paul George, a terrific two-way player, an all-star, an all-NBA performer, and multiple all-defense selections.
It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting 2.
He's off on the first. And Paul George has made it a goal to win Defensive Player of the Year.
I mean, he's got tremendous length and quickness, but really his pride at that end of the floor might matter even more. He just takes great pride in being a complete player.
Good on the second free throw. Lakers trail by 4. Now Green, no points in the game yet for him, makes it off the glass. Clippers have gone just a shade under 50% from the field, 5 of 11. Green, George. Right side, Williams. And the rejection by Cousins. They got him on the arm, but it still can. Looking at big men around the NBA, which are the best triple threats? Guys who can shoot, drive, and pass out of that screen.
I think of 2, one being Anthony Davis. The fact that he can get a shot, he's so quick, and he's a good post-up player as well and can face the basket. And then DeMarcus Cousins, I don't know if there's a better big man, a better center than when it comes to him. He can take you out on the three-point line. He can dribble and get a 3. He can take you out on the three-point line, set a flare screen, catch and shoot the 3. He can get it at the three-point line, drive you to the hole, get an and one, and then take you on the post and just bully and posterize you as well. So I don't think there's one that comes to mind with a better skill set than Boogie.
And that list is growing. And that one is good.
That's where Cousins is most dangerous, and letting him go to work inside is something they're trying to make happen.
Now here's Harrell. Kicks it to Williams. Back to Harrell. And Harrell switches it in.
Look, he may not be thought of as big for a center, but with his ability to go vertical, he sure plays with it.
Caldwell Pope on the wing. To the inside, Cousins. That one's all good. 3 for 5 from the field.
Oh, you gotta love the intelligence of James. He has the game like few others. I mean, spots the open man with ease.
A timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Lakers with LeBron wasted no time trying to surround him with free agent signings, Greg, to help round out the supporting cast.
Names came in rapid succession after LeBron committed. Caldwell Pope, Rondo, Stevenson all joined in short order. We'll see how far this team goes, but you can now how interesting things have gotten with this roster.
Big Fruit substitution here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Cousins. And Stevenson comes in for Anthony Davis. ABC's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for LeBron. Now here's Harrell. 5 points in the game. It's good. .133 left here in the opening quarter. Williams against Rondo. He kicks it to Tucker. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Clippers in the past few seasons, Greg, have completely overhauled their roster. They are making some serious changes here.
Practically nobody from the team 2 years ago is still in the franchise. It was a complete teardown, and they felt they needed to hit the reboot button. Jerry West knows what he's doing, though, and he's done this before with great success.
That free throw missing. He hits the second line. Los Angeles leading by 4. Shamet. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Williams looking over the floor. Just 5 to shoot. Shamet. The Lakers with the rebound.
Defensively, they better. That's an open look he'd like to have back.
The shot's good from McGee.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
The Clippers have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. Pass to Williams. Now here's Freak, wide open. 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
And it's just been an avalanche of points here in the early going.
Yeah, both teams have come out with solid offensive strategies. And then, of course, guys are finishing.
Yeah, Rondo just knows how to wheel and deal. Has that exceptional feel for when one of his guys is open.
Shamet. And a lot of contact on that. So he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Caldwell Pope.
And I like the fact this is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Clippers have shot 2 from the free throw line tonight.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting. So some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
And he makes the first. He's perfect from the line this time. Lakers trail by 4. Right side, Rondo. To the right. Here's Tucker. Lost contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Well, the scrawny strength, the skinny strength of Caldwell Pope catches defenders by surprise. So foul is still finding a way to bury the shot.
And that one misses.
And Caldwell Pope is a guy you cannot leave open at any time. Just a very shooter from any spot on the floor.
It's all tied here in Los Angeles. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. DeMarcus Cousins described what it's like playing next to Anthony Davis and figuring out who gets the ball and when.
You know, some games, I mean, he's walking early. I mean, why wouldn't you want to keep feeding on the ball? And, you know, sometimes it's the other way, vice versa. So, I mean, in those situations, it's kind of obvious, but it's those games where we're both, you know, not necessarily coasting, but I guess at average. Then we have to learn to pick our spots.
It's a good problem to have, and Greg, they're figuring out things pretty well, playing together.
Yeah, both dominant big men, and you need star power to win in this league.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Playing smart in this first period. Credit their unselfish play.
Always a good strategy. Get as many people involved as you can early on.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, ABC is out there with Rajon Rondo, then it's Anthony Davis, then it's Lance Stevenson, and it's McGee in at the 5.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. When it came to a big man's responsibilities, you helped pave the way for so much change in that regard. But what are some of the big C-Web now doing that weren't done when you were playing?
I don't know, Kevin, if it was anything that they weren't doing, but it's the freedom to do it with consistency. So even if we talk about a Larry Bird, who only could shoot maybe a 3.5 a game, let's just round it up to 2 threes a game. Well, now, what if Larry Bird had the freedom to shoot 10 threes a game like guys do now? And so I think that the game has caught up with players' skill set as opposed to the skill set catching up with players' game. So no longer are you held to being a big man. Now you can be a basketball player, and being a basketball player for Dirk Nowitzki is much better than him being a big man. Dirk Nowitzki, being a basketball player that he is, means that he is a threat wherever he is on the floor, because he's not just limited to a 2-foot box space there in the post. And for defenders like myself, I would much rather Dirk Nowitzki have to stay 2 feet in the post than to be able to shoot the ball whenever, wherever he wanted to. Because I tell you what, now you got a problem, because he can knock it down from anywhere and everywhere that he wants to.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Kyle Kuzma had a tough upbringing in Flint, Michigan. He said they had the recession, lead in the water. It was like an urban war zone. We probably moved 14 times before I was 16. Basketball was my key. And his drive to succeed in the NBA was born of a desire to escape that environment. Kevin?
A tremendous work ethic, David. Thank you.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
Now, here's Stevenson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Davis, the pass to Tucker. Davis kicks to McGee. Now, here's Tucker. Tight defense on him. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Los Angeles making a switch here. Beverly's checked in. Daniels, he's checked in for the Lakers. Quinn Cook comes in for Rajon Rondo. The Clippers trail. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And Beverly kicks to Williams. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
Daniels with it. He's against Williams. And that one's good. Daniels.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Williams inside. He's covered by Daniels. Williams can't get it to go.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter. And with everything that Anthony Davis does on offense, it's just mind-boggling. His scoring inside and out, the percentages, he does it all. He is undoubtedly one of the best big men in the league, and many would argue he is the best in the NBA.
Now here is McGee, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. McGee's got 8. And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played, Williams passes to Freak. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And it's Daniels with the rebound. And with Anthony Davis, the stat lines, Greg, he can post on any given night are just absurd.
Really, Davis still strong defensively, but he really impacts every facet of the game. One of the rare players who can carry a team on both ends of the floor. There just aren't many great players that can lead a team to a championship, but I think Davis is of that mold.
ABC's checked in for the Lakers. Inside, it's deflected. It's good. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that Cameo song, Back and Forth.
Here's ABC. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. Here is Williams. Pass to Leonard. Over to the wing. Everly with the ball. 5 on the clock. A floater. And Davis pulls. Now the Lakers on the break. Here's ABC. Terrific assist and nice finish. Solid play all around.
And a good example there of why it's important to change it.
Yeah, talent in this league has it so that now pretty much every team can put pace. You have to get back on defense.
Shots good by Williams.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
So timeout called here, the first 4 minutes. Well, Greg, you knew that the Laker front office and Magic were going to do everything they could to bring in big-name free agents. They succeeded. They got the biggest name of them all in LeBron.
LeBron coming to L.A. completely shifts the mindset of this organization. Team was very busy the rest of the free agent period as well. Still made very aggressive plays as this is a team that is looking to win now.
Harkless is checked in for the Clippers. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for JaVale McGee. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Anthony Davis. Danny Green, he's checked in for ABC. And it's LeBron in for Cook.
You can't find a better shot than that.
And Beverly kicks to Zubac. And here's Beverly. Outside Williams. Passes it to Harkless. The three-pointer off the mark.
Well, it's a confidence shaker when you can't hit a wide-open 3 like that.
And the shot is good. 10 points for Cousins.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Clippers trail by 5. To Zubac. The feed now to Leonard. Not going to go that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. The try. James. And there it is for him.
Such blinding speed on the drive. I mean, James is a force of nature when he's on the attack.
Struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Zubac finds Williams. Back to Zubac. Good. And a nice assist for Williams. Williams has got 3 assists now in this one. The drive by Green. Stevenson outside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. LeBron's got the lead up to 7 now for the Lakers.
And James is super strong, incredible at powering through the defense.
To the here's Leonard. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it outside. Green. That's his shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And offensively, they've done a great job here of staying in rhythm.
Yeah, of the 2 teams, they're taking them couple shots. Let's see if they can sustain it throughout the game.
And call time here. And Danny Green, a terrific shooter who also, Greg, happens to give you great production on defense.
Yeah, and I have He's probably alone in history with his shooting and defense. Only player to ever have 6 or more seasons with at least 50 blocks and 73s. You know, it might be arbitrary checkpoints, but nevertheless, it's just what Green brings to the table. A consistent 3-and-D player.
George, he's checked in for Lou Williams. And the Lakers also making a switch. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Lance Stevenson. A baseline jam. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. And now an 11-point Laker lead.
Timely passing to assist, and that's been the recipe for success.
Beverly dishes to George. 36 seconds left in the first half. And Leonard gets it to go.
Yeah, from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch. Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. 27 seconds left here in the second. And Beverly kicks to Harkless. Pass to George. Takes the three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up. Now, that's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability. I mean, those two things that he possessed.
And so that's the end of the first half. Lakers lead by 11. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the side. David, take it away.
Thanks a lot. LeBron, are you getting the ball where you want to get it, and is that helping you score?
I'm very pleased with my individual performance right now, but so pleased with how I'm trying to help our teammates. I got to do a better job of trying to get our teammates in the flow as well as keep myself in a good groove too. So hopefully I can do a better job of that in the second half.
We'll see how it goes. Thanks, LeBron. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Good to have you back. Ernie Johnson with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. Nothing seemed to give way on either side of the scoring column as they wrapped up the period all knotted up. They're in a terrific position now thanks to their flawless execution in the second quarter. Some excellent work offensively now has them up 11 at the break. And taking a look at the Lakers, Shaq, what'd you think?
The speed they're playing with has been fantastic. They're pushing the ball in transition and catching the defense. That's snapping, Ernie. Anyway, a huge chunk of their offense has come on the break. They've got a nice lead, but they shouldn't slow anything down. I say, keep doing what you do.
And Kenny, let's get your thoughts on the Clippers.
Well, I think they could be way more physical than they have been in the first half. Their defense gave up way too many easy, and that kind of defense will turn to a loss any night.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at James, what a contribution.
And through the first two periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to, just a slasher's mentality.
Yeah, when you're trying to check a guy like that, you have to move your feet laterally, defensively. That didn't happen.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. We've got Mo Harkless. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the three slot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And the slam dunk by McGee.
And Kevin, plays like that really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Look at them. They are really into it.
Guys, those are the kind of hustle plays that keep a team in front.
And there's never been any question about George's three-point range. He just goes through stretches where he knocks down the three at a ridiculous rate.
And it's Green missing. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for Los Angeles. In the corner, George with it. That three off the mark. Lakers leading by 10. Floats it up for Cousins. And here comes Leonard, leading the fast break. George against Green. And the layup falls. George has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Clippers. On the wing, James, defended by George. LeBron can't get it to go.
Having a little bit of trouble at the start of the half. Only 1 for 4 from the field.
And James picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Clippers making a switch here. Freaks checked in. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for the Lakers. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Zubac's the pass to George. Over in the corner, Beverly. And it's off from three-point range. And Davis, here we go. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Amazing floor awareness from Cousins. Skilled at spotting the open man.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Yeah, he's got adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Well, I think the first thing they need to talk about are the rotations. There's a lot of miscommunication out there.
Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for the Clippers. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Clippers trail by 10, and keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Clippers are going in a new direction. Now, Coach Doc Rivers said we had a shot. I don't think anybody understands how hard it is to win a title. Until you do that, you're going to be frustrated a lot and have to make tough decisions. Kevin?
Well, they're trying to make the right decisions to rebuild better than before, D.A. Thanks. Now, here's James. 10 points for him. And Patrick Beverly last season, excited for a bigger role on the Clippers, but knee surgery wiped out his season.
Yeah, and he's in the final year of his contract, Kevin. A lot at stake as he hopes to earn a significant raise from a salary that's been one of the league's best bargains. They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
The Lakers have shot less than 50% at the free throw line today, hitting just 3 of 7. And the Clippers making a change here.
What's up?
And guys, veteran Danny Green moving north last summer as part of the Kawhi Leonard trade, now in a Toronto Raptors uniform.
Yeah, and not in that deal, obviously, but an important piece. Green is shown to be a very capable 3-and-D guy, and it's the next chapter in what has been a solid career for him.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Outside, Davis. Just 5 on the clock. Shamet, guarded by Kuzma. James against Beverly. Laid in with a nice touch off the...
Oh, and check out the handles of Beverly, just coasting by the D. Quick moves.
Green kicks to LeBron. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And that's 12 points for LeBron.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
George. Great D that time from Green.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents The deuce.
Oh, wonderful and patient. He reads the play perfectly. Then with the quick reaction time.
LeBron.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And Beverly kicks to Harold. And James picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Williams, he's checked in for Patrick Beverly. And the Lakers also make it. Tucker's checked in. Here's George. 14 points for him. Passes it to Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Floats one up. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
Oh, look at the soft teardrop.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
LeBron is doubled. And out of bounds is the clean possession. Clippers trail by 9. And James picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Shamet by Kuzma. And stolen by Kuzma.
And really, that's why you don't want to go up into the air without a plan. Had no option of what to do with the ball.
Now, here's D right on him. James outside. Rebound by the Clippers.
Whoa, D caught a break on that play. But that is not the plan, leaving him so wide open.
Lakers leading by 9. And now, here's Davis, the fast break opportunity. It's good. 15 points for LeBron.
There's no stopping James. I mean, when he's coming, he powers his way through everything.
And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. Timeout. Los Angeles timeout. You look at James, what a contribution.
He's been a force inside. If they don't commit more bodies down low, he's going to keep destroying them in the paint.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. JaVale McGee's checked in for Cousins. Lance Stevenson comes in for Anthony Davis. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for LeBron.
Look, it would be a huge boost for them if he could start knocking these down.
Tucker can't get it to go.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
I'd love to hear his explanation to Coach right there. I mean, that should be an interesting conversation. That's too much space to give him out there on the perimeter. They got to close out on him.
Rondo goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Lakers lead 10.
If he's one thing, he's efficient in the paint. Rondo really good with the positioning there close to the basket.
Big passes to George. There's a minute 47 left in the 3rd. McGee with the block. He can't get that one to fall. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Shamet. He doesn't hit that one. Caldwell-Pope with some nice D. From deep. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Outside, George from downtown hits that one through the hole, make him now 7 of 13 in this game.
Well, he's been dominant this quarter. I mean, he's determined to prevent the lead from getting any bigger.
Rondo kicks to Stevenson. Oh, and the dunk by Stevenson.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating, right? To a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, question mark.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Here's Tucker. He drops in the layup off the glass. And now an 11-point Laker lead.
They're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior. And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now here's Rondo. And there's the call on Lou Williams. That is his first foul of the game. Quinn Cook's checked in for Lance Stevenson. Rondo looking over the floor. In the corner, Cook with it. Clock at 4. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Leonard against Caldwell Pope. Leonard kicks to Williams. With 1 on the clock, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Los Angeles in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance. It's paying off for them. We come back right after this. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
Three quarters behind us. Let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Trail by 9, so the Lakers 5 right now. They've got JaVale McGee, Cook out there with Rajon Rondo, and it's ABC, and it's Caldwell Pope in at the 3 spot.
I love the advantage he has from a speed standpoint. Does a great job of creating separation for that shot.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. That'll put Rajon Rondo on the line. That's on Lou Williams. And the Clippers making a change here. Beverly's checked in.
One shot.
And that one falls for Rondo.
And there's no denying that Rondo is a wizard with the ball, exceptional at exploiting holes in the defense.
Zubac finds Beverly. Outside Leonard, down to 5 on the shot clock. And yes, it's good.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Now here's Rondo over Beverly. Rondo's shot is off.
It affected him on that shot, and it wasn't the defense.
Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. Outside Rondo kicks it to McGee. The pass to Cook. And the Lakers with another miss. Clippers trail by 6. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Good.
And guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
To the paint, Leonard with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. Leonard's got the ball. The shot by Harkless, no good.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
Here's McGee. And no good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. And Leonard has it in the corner. Shot's good on the assist by Jordan. And it's now only a 1-point Laker lead.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
And the way they clamped down on D has been a big factor in this run.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And Greg Paul George, the league leader in steals and deflections in 2018.
And Frank Vogel, who coached him at Indiana, said he always thought PG had Allen Iverson's instincts in Scottie Pippen's body. He's talented enough to disrupt without gambling.
DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for the Lakers. Davis comes in for ABC. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Alder.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard the Lakers coach talk to his team. It's been a hard-fought game, and he wanted his guys to just sit down and catch their breath. He said, look, we're right in the game, guys. Let's make a little push here. Let's come out with some bite. Kevin?
Lakers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Outside, Davis. Back to Cook. He kicks it to Cousins. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. 6 to shoot. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting percent.
Well, he's played a smart and strong game. His field goal percentage improved.
Down low, got a piece of it. Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut back down to 1 point on the basket from George.
A good score inside, and the defense really offering very little resistance.
That's just an attack mindset. I love it. Game on the line, he's out competing guys.
Now here's Rondo. And here we go. George heading to the
And hustle paint to George in the open court. Gets up court in a flash and finishes before the D can even react.
Here is Cook. Here's Davis. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The first one drops. And both free throws good for Davis. For Los Angeles, they've gone on a tear here in the fourth. They're 8 of 9 on field attempts in the quarter. Now Zubats. Now here's Beverly. The offensive rebound. One is good from Zubats. And the Clippers lead by 1. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Here is Cook. Six on the shot clock. The Clippers grab. Beverly's got his 4th rebound in this one. Near Leonard trains the three-pointer. Now it's a 4-point Clipper lead.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
And the Lakers call time here.
And they've been very loose with the ball here. They haven't been as patient, forcing things a bit, which has led to turnovers. They need to just count and relax.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, George.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
Lakers trail by 4. Here's James. Pass to Kuzma. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
Rolling up before our eyes. Kuzma, shots like this reinforce the fact that he's the real deal.
Beverly, the pass to Zubats. And that one is stuffed right through.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Well, I know he's not the #1 priority for the defense, but they still got to give him some attention, guys.
Just so resourceful. Player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
Here's Leonard from 3. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Inside, Cousins. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Cousins has got it all tied up now for Los Angeles.
Oh, man. And in these moments, Cousins is ready to take these shots. He does not shy away in a big moment.
Goes in for the dunk.
And great effort on the boards, and what a move. That was, Gary. I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have on him at all times.
Yeah, fellas, he's a monster. He's never seen an offensive rebound he didn't think he could get.
They get the rebound, and Davis gets it to go.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
It can be discouraging, frustrating, but you only have yourselves to blame. Box out.
Great move to get to the rim. I think they take the aggressive approach down the stretch.
And they have to. I mean, this isn't the time in the game to be careful. This is the time to attack.
Oh, here's George after LeBron James's miss. And stolen by Kuzma. Outside, Green. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. 58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside, George. 5 to shoot. From about 16. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins.
Got to give the D credit there. Effective. Didn't have much room to get the shot. Guys separate themselves by how they perform in clutch situations. Give this man his props.
Los Angeles calls timeout. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Leonard. Money!
Nice bucket. There's no question about his skills at the offensive.
So it's the Lakers with it. Here's LeBron.
And James loves these big moments. He isn't afraid to shoot it when the game is on the line.
Los Angeles calls timeout. The score knotted at 92. 19 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Seconds left in the fourth quarter. Leonard with the ball. Oh, missed it. And that's going to do it for regulation. We are headed to overtime. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy it. On to overtime. So the Lakers win the tip. And no shortage of excitement. We're officially underway in overtime in this game. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. Harkless is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at center, down the middle. He misses the mark. He's now 6 of 8. And the wide open shot from Green. Sinks the three-pointer. Green's got the first basket here in overtime for Los Angeles.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open three.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And Williams is sort of a classic instant offense guy. Whether he's coming off the bench or starting, he can provide a spark whenever they need one.
That's good from Williams. He makes 1 of 2 that.
Only down 2 now, but that miss might come back to haunt you. The stop. It's back to a 2-possession game.
Wow, did you see that? The athleticism of Kuzma is phenomenal. I mean, he uses it often to gut through the defense.
Pass to Harkless. Leonard on the wing, guarded by Kuzma. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard.
And the soft-spoken Leonard is now an elite talent in this league, an athletic forward who leads by example.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
One is off. So he comes up empty, missing both. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up. Los Angeles Clippers. Williams in the post, working on Green. Williams can't hit.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect the rim. Love the attitude of James. When it's an important moment, he demands the rock and delivers.
About 90 seconds off the clock here in the extra period. And Beverly kicks to Zubac. That's tipped. Kicks it out to Leonard. 5 to shoot. It's up a 3. Rebounded by the Lakers. Davis has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Passes to Cousins. Here's Kuzma. For Leonard. And no good that time. And the Clippers will go the other with it. On the wing, Williams. Headed by Green. It's Williams with the drive. Great tee that time from Green. James kicks to Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
Wow,
You see how fast he got off the ground? I love whenever Kuzma rises up to throw it down.
Just under 2.5 minutes passed here in this overtime. Just shot at the elbow. Good on that shot. And with that, the Los Angeles leads just 3 in the basket from Leonard. LeBron against Williams. James looking it over. Hit that one. The Clippers are getting off to a little bit of a slow start from the field in overtime. Just 2 of 6 so far.
And if been saving a sure thing play, now is the time.
Beverly against LeBron. Beverly finds Zubac. Good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
And guys on defense gasping for air at this point.
Well, that's because both offenses are each side trying to close this thing out.
And he recovers it. Here's Cousins. Trying to get open. It's Davis. Good!
Cousins relishing the opportunity to come through in the big moment in a big way for his team.
And the Clippers call time. They're trailing by 3. There's 30 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. Williams passes to Leonard. And here we go with Green. Nobody back. Second shot opportunity. Yes!
And even if you wanted to box out LeBron, the man is too athletic, too strong. He finds ways to the ball.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're by 5. We've got 28 seconds left in overtime. George is checked in for the Clippers. Beverly dishes to Leonard. And stolen by Kuzma. And they go to the intentional foul. And the Lakers have possession. And so they foul intentionally. And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. He's able to hit the second one, and that increases their lead to 6. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first overtime. Leonard finds Zubac. Out to the right wing. Beverly for 3. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Two shots.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Yeah, and for being the 27th pick in the 2007, Kuzma has made his mark early, already surpassed expectations.
And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game.
And they've been a different team here in overtime. They just seem to have lost their energy.
Shamet, no good. And so the Lakers take the win. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
What a ride. I mean, it might end in regulation, but you know what? They came through big and did exactly what was necessary once we got into OT.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony, this was a win where you guys looked like you were confident and understood that you really can win every time out.
Oh, yeah, for sure.